Welcome back to my depression vlogs. Last time I kind of introduced you to what the vlogs and the depression files would be like and gave you a bit of a glimpse into what a bad day is for me, and just talked about kind of my goals with the depression files and the depression vlogs. I received 3 comments, and I wasn't expecting comments so soon, to be honest, on the videos. So thank you for those individuals who reached out and gave me encouragement in the comment section. It is much appreciated. So awesome. I don't know why I did a thumbs up. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about something called mindsets. Mindsets really shape how we think, how we feel, how we interact with each other and with life, and it is a very important topic to consider. So I would like to start this vlog off with talking to you guys about the mindsets that I have had over the years and the mindsets that I currently have that I'm battling with. And later on and down the road, I'll talk to you about how to battle those mindsets. So, and I did identify a few. I just sat down and was like, what kind of mindsets do I have here? And I actually have done this exercise before. I just redid it because I just moved and I have no idea where any of my notebooks are. So here we go. The first mindset that I identified that I have and I see in the world around me is a monetary mindset. So it's the mindset that if I just had more money, I could. If I could just buy this, it would make me feel. And this is a mindset that I have fallen into, and it has gotten me into trouble time and time again. I was actually just reminded of how prevalent that mindset still is in my life yesterday. I had a business venture that wasn't as profitable as I thought it would be. And so I started to sink down into the why am I doing this? Maybe I should just quit mentality. And I had to talk myself out of it, and actually used one of my grandmother's favorite quotes, which is you'll never succeed if you stop trying. So basically, you are the minister of your own failure. And that's when I sat down and I started writing more about mindsets, because I recognized that, oh, here we go again. It's happening again. And it took a negative turn that I did eventually turn into a positive turn. So while it wasn't, this venture wasn't profitable now, it will be in the future. There's a lot of work I'm going to have to put into it. And so that's when I sat down and started looking at what do I need to do to make this profitable. And then above all of that, what is it I'm trying to get out of that profit? A money mindset stops at how much money I can make. Turning that mindset into a positive mindset is, why am I doing this? So for me, for this particular job that I'm doing on top of my, my regular 8 to 5 job, I had to remind myself that I'm doing it for A, it's a hobby, B, it's fun, and C, to learn, and D, to teach. The money is supposed to be in last place. And I had brought it all the way up to first place. And I think we all do that. And I had to push it back down to where it should be in the priority list. So money mindset is a constant struggle. And I think that it's a constant struggle for everybody in the world around us. And it's something that can make or break your day. And so you need to turn it into something that will make your day rather than break it. The next mindset, fake it till you make it. if you have this mindset, or if you identify this mindset in yourself, I really encourage you to make that be one of the first things that you make go away. And the reason being is fake is fake. So you can fake it till you make it, but are you really making it? Is that really where you want to be? So looking at the definition of fake, as an adjective, the definition of fake is it's not genuine, it's counterfeit. The noun version is it's a forgery or a sham. And the verb version is to forge or counterfeit something. That means it has no value. I employed this mindset for a very long time, throughout my teen years, into my young adult years, of just fake it and eventually it'll be a reality. It's not. It doesn't work that way. And it wasn't until my early 20s when I really started looking into myself and seeing that there needed to be a change for me to become happier. I realized that fake is fake. But the thing is, it's such a trap that I see so many people fall into, is if I fake it, eventually it'll become a reality. And sure, an augmented reality, it's not going to be anything that's really going to fulfill you. So if there's anything that you're faking till you make it in your real life, we need to consider what other mindset we can develop that is positive to replace that. Just again, from experience, it doesn't work at all. Another mindset, the grass is always greener on the other side mindset. This actually started as a proverb. I don't know what time period, I'll look that up because I'm curious now, what time period that started in. But the idea behind the grass is always greener on the other side is that we're looking for something that we don't already have. That never yields positive results. And this concept bleeds into so many different levels in our world. So the monetary mindset is definitely a grass is greener on the other side type of mindset. And generally with this proverb, I hear a lot of people say it and they're hiding something that is actually very negative in a positive sense. And it's not positive at all. It's coveting what's not yours. And it's becoming unhappy because you don't have it. So that's another mindset that I still have. I'm not going to lie to you. I still battle with that mindset. It's really hard to sometimes look at what other people have and not go, I work just as hard, this and that, all of the excuses I can come up in my head with why I should have that. And it doesn't yield positive results. It does not make me happy. So it's definitely a mindset that I battle with continuously. Food mindset, oh boy. I definitely have a food mindset. So for a very long time, food has been my comfort, as you can probably see. And food filled a hole that I felt like I was missing, and I thought it was filling the hole. But the thing is with digestion is it goes away and you gotta fill it again. And fill it, and fill it, and fill it, and fill it. So food went from being sustenance to I need it to function, not in terms of nutrition, but in terms of to make myself feel better. Now, it is a little deeper than that. For me, before I was adopted, I didn't have food, so I have failure to thrive syndrome. And so food became a fixation for me from a very early age. Very early age. So a little bit of my mindset is tied to that, and that is a whole nother psychological thing that I need to explore to be able to manage having a healthy relationship with food, because I struggle. I'm either on the I want it but I can't have it because it'll make me fat mindset, or the I want it so I'm going to have all of the Oreo cookies in the box, or I'm going to eat all of the ho-hos because I want to and I deserve it. So that's another mindset that I still battle with. All of these, though, these types of mindsets, and I'm sure I have more, I'm confident that I have more mindsets. These are full examples of what's called a closed mindset. A closed mindset tells you that it's not going to be any better than it is now, so you might as well insert mindsets in here. Insert actions that are not profitable for your mental health. They're not profitable for your life or your relationships. And a closed mindset says, I can't. I can't be happy unless I buy this. I can't be happy unless I eat that. I can't be happy unless I'm as thin as a rail. I can't be. There's a lot of psychology behind closed mindsets, as well as something called an open mindset, which I'll talk to you guys more at a later date. But getting back to the closed mindset, so many people have it. And so it's not just something that plagues anybody who has a mental disability or a mental health disability. I'm still trying to figure out the correct terminology on that. I really don't know what to call it, other than it really does feel like a handicap that you can't see. You constantly have to live with. So I will probably continue to call it mental health disability until I figure out a better phrase or terminology for it. So, but these closed mindsets, again, aren't exclusive to the individuals in the mental health community that struggle with mental health. We see this in politics all the time, and I'm sure some of you are like, yes. I'm not going to give any specifics. I have my own opinions about the world today. I've had political debates. I don't like them, but I do deal with a lot of politics in my job already. Some other places that I've seen this is in our schools. The way our school systems have been run the same way pretty much for 200 years, with less and less accountability. I've seen this in churches. I've seen this in the secular world. I have seen this in many different cultures. And the thing is, I've talked to some people about this, and they're like, oh, well, politics inherently have a closed mindset. No, the people in them inherently have a closed mindset. And that's true for any group you can identify that has groups of people in it with closed mindsets. And because we have so many people that do have a closed mindset, those are the people that run offices. Those are the people that run our schools, that run our churches. And it's all just part of being a human being. It's just, we focus more on the negative than the positive, just as a species. And so it's not unique to the mental health community, but it is. That's why this video can be used anywhere. You can use these concepts in this video anywhere. I just will be relating it back a lot to depression and anxiety, which are the two major things that I have. I'm looking at my notes because I wanted to be a little more coherent this time. But yeah. This is where I do kind of a call to action for you. The thing is, you're watching this video, you're here because you need something out of it. Because you want to see something, because you like my concept, you like what's so far, the whole one video, what I've said. You're here for a purpose. And so, again, this part is my call to action to you. And I will follow up on this call to action in later videos and expand on it. I would like you to find a quiet place for yourself to either type, draw, write, whatever medium of expression that you're comfortable with, and take the time to list out those items that make you happy. This is just in general. This is the first step, just in general, everything that makes you happy. And if you're struggling with that, because I know I did when I attempted this the first time, write down one or two, walk away. Take a break, listen to music. That's my thing. I love listening to music. That really brings up my mentality, turns it into a positive. If I'm listening to the right music, if I'm listening to Megadeth, not so much, but listen to that calm music that makes you happy, or do whatever activity it is that makes you happy. Maybe you like to draw, maybe you like to strum your guitar, and then come back to it. This may take you several days. This just one step may take you several days. That's okay. Take it at your pace and customize this to how it works for you. And I will always encourage that, because no two people are alike. The next step is to look at those items that you've written down, however many, that make you happy, and consider, do any of them have an element of shame to them? And if my volume just went up, it's because my air just turned off. Sorry. But again, number 2, do any of those items that make you happy have any element of shame to them? And that means that you may have to really break down what that item is. So for example, money. Break down that item to its core. What do you do with that money? What are the actions that you take with it? Food, any other topic. To find those items that, okay, these items have some have negativity connected to them. Just put a check mark next to them. The next thing to consider is, of that overall list, is to, again, consider what, I jumped right into 3, so actions was 3, so good for me. Let me just recap that, and just in case we aren't clear. Make a list of things that make you happy. Of those list of things, do they have anything negative connected to them? Is there any shame connected to any of that? I know I had plenty. And then consider what is not good for you, and what actions that you take with those items, and how do those actions make you feel? So for example, with money, it was sometimes just as simple as, I make enough money to pay for XYZ as a single woman on my own, and that makes me happy. And that is perfectly okay. But then I took it into, I've been in credit card debt 6-7 times since I've owned a credit card since I was 19, and have had to crawl out of it. That was a negative. And how did that eventually make me feel? I hated it. And I still to this day hate that feeling of owing money. My new house is causing me a little bit of anxiety because I now owe a lot of money on it. So do my student loans. Of course, I think everybody cries over their student loans. So once you've got those items together, the next real step is to categorize them. Had that kind of overall header. For me, it was monetary mindset. Create your own, because again, you need to customize it to you. The last piece is to define them. Give yourself a definition of what that mindset is. When you have the definition that you've created, you take more onus of it. And it leads you into the next step of that exercise, which we will talk about next time. But again, just starting with identification, being honest with yourself, acceptance of those issues, acceptance that they're there, and then defining them means that you're taking ownership of your mindsets and you're acknowledging them. I know that it's cliche to say that acknowledgement is the first step. It really and truly is. You cannot move forward until you've acknowledged the elephant in the room. So again, that's my call to action. Hopefully that was more clear than it went in my head. Although I watched the video that I did the other day and I realized it was actually clearer than I thought it was. So a little bit of I should add self-doubt. That should be a mindset in there. I've identified another one. Look at that, just talking through it. But again, we will talk more about mindsets and the psychology behind them in a depression file. My problem with those depression files is I'm a little bit too much of a perfectionist when it comes to trying to make sure I'm getting actual factual information out there to you. So my plan is to have it up by Wednesday of next week. So be looking for that. That was a lame ending. Again, if I had any editing skills, there would be a really cool outro here. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I will get there. Anyway, that's called a positive mindset, by the way, growth mindset. Anyway, yeah. As I always am awkward with goodbyes, I'm just going to say goodbye. I'll see you guys in the next video, and keep being awesome. All right.